Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Helix. My name is Ethan. Along here with everybody from Helix, we got Joe, Jason, Pearson, Nate. Today, we're going over the top 10 games coming out this fall, starting with.
So Deathloop, it's only for PlayStation 5. I think also Windows is going to have availability to this game eventually. But this game comes out in September this month, in 7 days on the 14th. This was developed by Arcane Studios. It's a first-person shooter and action-adventure game. I didn't know much about this game until looking into it today, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a single-player story mode. There is a multiplayer, but the basis of the game, it's two rival assassins and one deadly time loop, and you have to fight to survive a game of hunter or be hunted. I think it's going to have a really good story mode. I don't think it's going to be as well known for its PvP, but I feel like it'll be really good to play by like a solo story mode type deal. But it's one of a few PS5 exclusives that are coming out. So I'm excited to see kind of how the PlayStation ones do, because I know Xbox normally does exclusives like that kind of.
The next game is Far Cry 6. It's coming out on October 7th, 2021. It's a shooter open world co-op game, and the setting is in a functional Caribbean island named Yar. This game is coming out on PS4, Xbox, PC, Google Stadia. That's kind of crazy. Stadia.
I think it's pretty cool how they're introducing like all their own like consoles and stuff like that, and they're able to run all these new games coming out. I like the old Far Cry's. Far Cry 3 was probably my favorite. But I feel like Far Cry 6 has definitely got a lot of good things coming its way, and I'm definitely excited to start playing Far Cry again. Definitely a co-op campaign type deal.
It's another good one to get away from some of the multiplayers, even though it does have a multiplayer itself.
Exactly, and it's like an adventure game. It's like a co-op adventure game, so it's really exciting.
It's also kind of cool because this is going to be like the biggest environmental island they had yet. So it's pretty cool. And then there's also with like the season pass. If you get the season pass, you're going to be able to play as the villains from old games.
Wait, that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like boss and stuff. See like their point of view and stuff. It's pretty cool.
If you're a fan of the Far Cry series, that's like a big deal, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, up next is Back 4 Blood. It comes out on October 12th, just over a month. It's the spiritual predecessor to Left 4 Dead 2. It's basically the same direction as Left 4 Dead, taking you through different acts. You just fight zombies in teams of 4. The aesthetic and the gameplay is pretty much just like Left 4 Dead. Personally playing the beta, the missions themselves weren't that long, like 10 to 15 minutes, where you really were just killing zombies the whole time with a few things sprinkled in.
Honestly.
Yeah,
cool.
I thought the beta was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this one does, and if they update anything that they did in the beta. I know there was some people complaining that it didn't really hold up to what people thought it was going to be.
The deck manager, the card part were pretty cool to live.
Yeah, 100%.
I think where Back 4 Blood is gonna find its audiences with like the really hardcore, like difficulty players. I'm pretty sure there was a time section, or there was like you have a timed area of your stats in that. So I'm sure there's gonna be crazy speedrunning squads. There's gonna be difficulty people. I think that's where it's going to be more of a niche market for sure with that game, and like you definitely want to play that with a group of friends and not by yourself. Kind of like World War Z was like that. It was really like difficulty based and playing with a group of 4 people who know what they're doing. That's where that game is like really, really fun.
So next is Battlefield 2042. That's actually coming out on the 22nd of October. There's the full release. They were saying there might be a beta towards the end of this month, end of September.
24th.
The 24th? Okay.
Yeah.
So about a month before the actual full release, they were talking about the possibility of a beta. It's not fully confirmed, but it is kind of rumored. The game itself, I know it kind of looks like a very futuristic Battlefield, and I've heard a lot of complaints about it being structured differently than old Battlefields, and that being kind of like an issue. I know there's the new addition of a lot of things, like the Specialist, this new edition of the Portal, Both of these things are really big things that are going to take away from kind of the balance and like the average normal structure of Battlefield. I myself think it looks like a really good game. I kind of like these new additions. I think the portal is a really cool thing that they added. You can kind of take the dev tools a little bit and take old pieces from other Battlefields, I believe, and kind of make your own rules, your own kind of like game modes and stuff. So that's a really awesome addition in my opinion.
Dude, the 128 player maps are gonna be insane.
Honestly, yeah.
Going back to the portal thing, having the dev tools, even if you don't like 2042's playstyle or the vehicles or the guns, go to portal, make a Caspian Border 24/7 map with Battlefield 3 weapons, and you're playing your perfect game on a brand new engine with beautiful graphics and stuff. So
exactly, there's like no reason to get bored.
Yeah, you got a lot of
That's why I'm
options
so
with that
excited
game. Next game is NASCAR 21 Ignition. It's coming out October 28th with the opportunity of getting it on the 26th if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition. This is a brand new game in the NASCAR series. It's not related to the Heat series in any way. I know NASCAR games recently have been kind of trash, a little bit arcadey. They're kind of trying to take this game and separate it from those ones. It's on a completely different engine. It's on the Unreal 4 engine, so the game's going to look completely different. And from the gameplay we've seen so far, from people who've play tested it at Daytona, it looks really, really good. It's using R Factor 2, which is a reputable sim on the computer. It's using their physics engine, and everybody's saying the cars drive really well, realistic. You know, obviously we'll know a little bit more here in about a month or so, month and a half, if it's a really quality game. But yeah, we don't really know a whole lot. We know it's going to have the current driver list. Each manufacturer's got a cover driver. Chase Elliott for Chevy, Bubba Wallace for Toyota, and Ryan Blaney for Ford. And yeah, that's pretty much it for NASCAR 21. Shaping up to be pretty high.
All right, so our next game is Call of Duty Vanguard. I know we've talked about this before on our channel. We watched the multiplayer reveal today. This game's coming out November 5th of this year, developed by Sledgehammer Games. So coming off the alpha, the first day there was a lot of complaints, but even going right into the second day, it was clear that the developers have already took the advice from the community and put that into work and already fixed the things that people were complaining about, making it better and better each day. So I'm really excited to see how that carries over into the beta, the early access beta for Vanguard, not Cold War. So the early access,
ever again.
I need Vanguard.
So the early access beta for Vanguard for PlayStation starts this weekend, and then the following week after that is going to be the open beta for everybody. They're saying they're releasing 16 maps at start. I'm not sure how many of those maps are going to be in the beta, maybe a handful of them. But I'm really excited to see, what types of game modes and maps they come with. It takes you back to World War II, which is awesome. That's definitely one of my favorite time periods to be, playing games in and stuff like that. Very historic period. The other exciting thing that comes with Vanguard is the new Warzone map. I know all of us are really excited about the new Warzone map. I really think that that's going to do a great deal in spiking up the viewership for Call of Duty again. I know today in the, what we watched with the multiplayer reveal, they didn't mention anything about a competitive playlist dropping right at the beginning. That is one worry that a lot of people in the community have been having, because we have had problems in the past years with getting a community or a competitive playlist. Just like the competitive playlists are a big part of why some people even play Call of Duty for the competitive side.
So Forza Horizon 5 is honestly probably the one that I'm personally most excited for, just because I love cars and I love Forza. That is coming out on November 9th. It's going to be a really great game right after drop. The biggest map ever from Forza, the biggest highway ever. That's a really big deal, because honestly, like whenever you go on Forza Horizon 4 currently, if you look at the multiplayer map, everybody's just always right on the highway. That's where everybody's hanging out, chilling together, drag racing, just messing around on the highway. So
losing the name.
I think, losing the name right in the 599 Ferrari.
Never.
Jason doesn't like that. Jason doesn't like that take.
That is cap, certified cap.
The one thing they didn't really listen to the community with is the kind of map itself. I know a lot of people were asking for Japan, which I think would have been a cool map. So I think Mexico is going to be a really cool setting as well, because it has kind of another diverse environment. Like it has deserts, it has other mountains, it has coastal roads, it has some kind of low-key cities and towns. My only one concern for the map itself is kind of maybe the lack of a city. I know it's going to have some definitely big-sized towns and kind of lower-key cities, but I don't think there's any like metropolis skyscraper type of area. Probably fix the audio files for the cars. I know that was a big issue.
They sound weird,
kind of
right?
The customization. It was just kind of, they would reuse files, like they just didn't have enough diversity in the sounds. Yeah, like copy and paste, like Jay said. And brake calipers, like Nate's whispering.
Brake calipers.
So,
I mean, I'm excited for it.
yeah.
The weather, the ability to drive away from the weather, the different kinds of weather.
Big deal, big deal.
Very cool.
I think it's gonna be an awesome game.
So the next game is the Xbox exclusive Halo Infinite, made by 343 Industries. Continues Master Chief's story, and the multiplayer is returning, and it's going to be free, and it will have a seasonal update evolving the experience over time with the unique events, which I think that's pretty cool how they made it free for everyone.
Yeah, right off the jump, right?
Yeah.
Is it on Game Pass or is it just straight up?
Straight up
on
for
Game
everyone.
Pass, right? Oh, for everyone.
Yeah,
It's just free.
yeah.
It's on
That's
Game
great.
Pass though.
No.
Halo Infinite is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about Halo Infinite already is they're already introducing a competitive scene to this like game. You know, they have 9 teams that are you know, sponsored by the league already. Really big names coming into the league.
And there's a lot of customizations now you can do. That's a big thing they're going for this
Word.
multiplayer.
You know, customizations are coming to be this big thing that, you know, they understand that people like these customizations. You know, you look at the blueprints in Call of Duty and stuff like that. You know, if games
I think that's where Halo's
exactly,
taking
exactly.
Yeah.
inspiration
If
is
Halo
the Call
can
of
take
Duty side of
a
it.
if Halo
Even,
can
like,
take
straight
a
up with the
page.
Battle Pass. They're gonna have a Battle
Yeah.
Pass and all that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and
Like,
games in general
a lot
with
of
the
people
battle
to
pass.
purchase just straight up what they want to buy, and they're going to buy that more
Yep.
often than a randomized kind of thing. You know,
Exactly.
100% of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, 100%.
Up next, we got the twice delayed Rainbow Six Extraction. It was supposed to come out in 2020, but we had that little pandemic thingy that kind of messed things up for damn near everybody. And then the second release date was September 16, 2021. But now it has since been pushed back to January 2022.
So basically, GTA 6 at this point.
So that's a game
Never
that's
coming
never
out.
going to come out.
Yeah.
So you're talking about
What? What are you talking about? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a figment of our imaginations. Ubisoft says the new title will appeal to both franchise fans and those looking for a new PvE co-op game. It's supposed to have a deep operator progression system for 4 adjustable difficulty levels, 12 ever-evolving maps, 13 dynamic mission objectives, over 90 guns, and a bunch of different other stuff. This game is supposed to have like customization out the booty cheeks. It's supposed to have so much stuff.
So Rainbow Six initially started as like a really hardcore player versus environment, PvE, whatever you want to call it, player versus AI type game. But you were special ops, fighting special ops soldiers.
Yeah.
You haven't, as far as I know, have not done something like this where you're fighting a zombie.
Zombies.
I think there's gameplay that's out. Is it zombies? I thought it was like alien things.
It is. It's like
Zombie.
alien, like
Yeah.
They like
infested.
shoot. They also shoot back at you, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit different. What I think is going to be the same, sounding a lot like Back for Blood, except with Rainbow Six Siege like bones. Where the
Mechanics,
guns are
okay.
going to be more
Gotcha.
smooth. The
Mhm.
movement's going to be a little bit more smooth. That's like kind of a lot of the issues I was having with Back for Blood. Is the movement and the gunplay is feeling weird.
Yeah.
It could be very good. Ubisoft and Rainbow Six does that very, very well, and people like that gameplay from
Yeah.
that game. So I think it could do really, really well. Saints Row, yeah. So this is actually a pretty big one. I know myself, I played every single Saints Row from the original Xbox 360, 2006 to Saints Row 3rd Remastered, Gat Out of Hell, all of them. Loved every single game. They got a little cartoony and crazy at the end, and that's what, you know,
Three was
leading
nuts.
into this new one. The developers kind of said, we reached the end. We went to hell. We have crazy alien superpowers. Like, what else can you really do? So we're going back to our roots. Saints Row gets a lot of crap for being like a GTA clone, but I think they really set themselves apart with just like the even more insane, over-the-top, crazy character customizations with the insane weapons, dildo launchers,
Yeah.
you know, flaming dildo swords. I mean, a lot of dildo dick play kind of funny jokes in Saints Row.
Yeah.
But I think they're kind of taking this one into more back to their roots thing. So like Saints Row 1, where it's like about your gang, building up your rep,
Okay.
starting from the bottom and building up a big organization. So with that being said, Saints Row is coming out February 25th, 2022. It's being developed by the exact same people, Violation. It's the exact same studio. That's coming out for every single console, PC, Xbox, PlayStation 4, 5, everything. There's not a lot out there right now. There's 3 separate editions. You know, you got your gold, platinum, all that stuff with special little bonuses in them. But the studio themselves are really, really excited for it. They've been talking about working on something for a really long time. If you follow their Facebook page, it's kind of where they're really active. It has a lot of hype. The Saints Row community has been waiting for something, and I think this is where like Cyberpunk was going to rival GTA 5. I think Saints Row could come out and really put Rockstar in gear. Like, holy shit, somebody's competing with us actually, because they have a good multiplayer with Saints Row 2. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet or not. Like I said, there's not a lot of info out yet. They just announced it and teased it and everything. They've got a good multiplayer like they did back in the day. It could definitely take some people away from GTA 5 and maybe hopefully kick Rockstar into gear a little bit.
So be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, because we'll be dropping all these gameplays day one of the games coming out. We're trying to really stay on top of the content, upload as often as possible, and upload all the new games as soon as possible. So don't forget to let us know in the comments below what you were looking forward to the most. Let us know which game and why. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.